Everybody, so today I wanted to talk about something that I've been working on for a while that I feel like I can offer some assistance to people who might be struggling with the same thing, and that is emotional eating. So I didn't really grow up learning how to deal with emotions, and even like going into like college, I had a lot of anxiety and struggled with like self-worth feelings, and college was really hard. And I just remember with my roommates, we would just bake and we would just eat all the time because we'd be so stressed from school and studying, and so we would just eat, and that would be what I would turn to for my emotions. And even all throughout college and after I got married, it was like, had a stressful day, let's get some ice cream, and I think that that's fine to an extent, but I've learned so much in the last year about actually feeling your emotions rather than trying to cover them up with something else, whether it be food, or maybe for you it's alcohol, maybe it's sleep, maybe it's binge watching, and some of them are probably I don't know, more healthy than others, I guess, but I just have been learning a lot lately in different podcasts and books and trainings about how we should allow ourselves to feel the emotion, and once we can do that, then we can move past it and learn from it. And it sounds, it's obviously a lot harder than it sounds, but I was thinking about this last night because I had kind of a hard thing happen that made me feel sad, hurt, kind of angry, and frustrated, and a lot of these feelings that are not comfortable. And it was pretty late. It was probably 8 o'clock at night, and I usually try to stop eating at 7 just because I found that my body works best when I do that. And then when this happened, I knew I had ice cream in the freezer, that I had already had some ice cream after I finished dinner. I just had a few bites because that's usually what I do, and I feel good about that. And so then it was an hour later, and I was I want to go eat all the ice cream in the freezer right now. There's 3 pints in there. And I probably could have finished all of them. And at another point in my life, I probably would have. But I just thought to myself, is it worth it? Is eating that ice cream gonna help me deal with these emotions? Really, is it? It might help me feel better right now a little bit, but ultimately it's not going to fix this situation. So instead, I sat on the couch, I called a friend, I talked to Scott, and I watched an episode of Riverdale, which it was a Sunday night. It's fine. I'm fine doing that. But for me, that was a healthier option than eating all of this ice cream and then feeling gross and not being able to get up and have energy and do all the things that I need to do the next day, which would have been today. So last night I was thinking back to learning about these podcasts, and the main podcast that I've learned this in, it's called The Life Coach School. She talks a lot about feeling the emotions and how 50% of the time we're gonna have negative emotions, and that's fine, and we need to learn to just feel it and accept it and then move past it, rather than just burying them or eating them or drinking them or whatever. And then the other one, which is interesting, I've talked about this before on my Instagram and Facebook, but the Unruffled podcast by Janet Lansbury, it's a parenting podcast, but it talks about how we should allow our kids to feel the emotions that they're feeling, rather than just telling them, oh, no, it's okay, don't cry, or you don't need to be crying, or whatever we do. How we just acknowledge oh, you're really upset right now, and just letting them know that we're there for them and allowing them to feel that emotion, rather than trying to push it away or give them something else to kind of get rid of it. Do you want to come say hi? You guys are going to love this. He is eating some of our homemade protein bars that we made. But, so I thought, like, okay, if I would have had, please, Ezra, not right now, okay, buddy? Are you okay? Now I'm, like, not even practicing what I preach. But I just thought how beneficial that will be to him as I'm like helping him feel these emotions and actually understand them rather than just pushing them away with something else. So like what has actually helped me is just filling my brain, my mind with positive things, learning a lot of new material, and that way it's just like there in my reserves to pull from when I'm having a hard time or when I'm hurt or when I'm sad or when I'm angry, which y'all know if you've listened, I do struggle with getting angry. Mom! Yeah, so that, and then just like having a friend to talk to, and if it's not something that you can talk about, writing about it. That was the other thing that I wanted to do last night, but I didn't because I went to bed instead. But I'm sure at some point I will write about it because I do feel like, oh my goodness, writing helps me. So talking about it, writing about it, and just having like the resources that you can pull from, so that you're constantly fueling your mind with positive things. And then just for me too, just like drinking water. Like I know it sounds dumb, but just like having water always helps me to kind of not necessarily want to eat other things. And the other thing that I did is, oh my goodness, sorry, I obviously need to be done with this, is I just went and flossed and brushed because I knew that if I did that, I wasn't going to eat. Because I was going to go to bed and I didn't want to have to brush my teeth again. So those are just some helpful tips that maybe can help you. Maybe you'll check out the podcasts. If you have questions about this or need like, just like a little bit of, oh my goodness, extra help or accountability, reach out to me because I'd love to talk about it. And it's something that I'm still working on and still will be working on forever. But I do feel like in the last couple of years, I have come a long way with it. And so I was hoping just that some of those things could help you. Okay, happy Monday, happy Veterans Day. If you're not watching this on Veterans Day, then I hope that you're having a great day. Okay, I love you, bye.